So 10th one, the line touches the circle, then the sum of the digits of the value C. Oh, root S11 only. Okay. They say y equal to x is there and a circle is touching there. This is O and this is P. And they gave only OP length. Once you know OP length, there will be a lot of such circles now. Okay. Center is not fixed. But then how can you find C? Because when you find root S11, OP is nothing but root S11 and root S11 here is root C. And this is 6 root 2. So C is equal to 36 into 2, 72 when you square it. 6 root 2 whole square, which is 72. Is it okay, 10th one?
Yes, sir.
Sum of the digits will be 9, 7 plus 2. Okay, 12, 14, 16. Anybody any doubt? That is 12 or 14. Okay, 16 or 18, any doubt? Okay, 20 or 22? Okay. Anybody want me to scroll back and show any particular question? I'll show, no problem. Up to 22, anybody any doubt? Please ask.
No,
No doubt. Okay. Okay, 24, anybody any doubt? Okay, total numerical questions, any given number, if you want me to scroll back or something, I'll show you. Anybody any doubt?
sir, can you scroll to the top, sir?
Okay. Do you have a particular question in mind or you just want to have a look at all the questions?
No, sir, I think third or second one I have a doubt.
Achha.
Second one, sir.
Okay, second one you can just do from the figure itself. You have a hexagon where all are units, okay? This is all one. All right. Now they want this length is to this length is to this length. You know, this is 1 unit and this will be 2 units. This is a right angle triangle and this is 1 unit. So this will be root 3. Or this is 1, this is 1, this is 120 also you'll get root 3. This is 1. Simply you can use cosine rule. Or even from the figure you can do 1 root 3 and 2. So 1 into root 3 into 2. No, it is not 2, sorry. This is A3. A0, A4 will be this. That also will be root 3 only. 1 into root 3 into root 3, which is 3. Okay, circles doesn't have much connection. It is related to circles, but just from properties of triangle or simple figure you can do. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
In the beginning, somebody was asking 20, 24 something, no doubt, right? I hope all of you really tried all these numerical questions, even numbers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, passages. Anybody any doubt? Passage 4 is a 3-column matching one. Anybody any doubt in that? Matching 2. Not passes, sorry, matching 2 or 4. Anybody need doubt?
Not sir.
No doubt. Okay, you can see passes 4 on the screen. Anybody need doubt? No. Passes 2.
No doubt.
Okay. More than one answer, did I discuss already or no? I don't remember.
Yes, sir, you discussed, sir.
Yes, sir. You
Even
can
numbers.
discuss.
Okay, that's it. So circles, advanced material, all your doubts are clear? Anybody want to ask anything? You can ask. Okay, then we'll carry on with the parabola
sir.
then. Yes, please.
Sir, can you explain once the radical axis means radical point of three circles? Sir.
Radical center. Okay.
Radical. Sir.
All right. So radical center. First of all, radical axis. Whenever two circles are there, they can be intersecting, they can be touching, anything doesn't matter. If there is a point, the power of that point with respect to this circle and this circle, if they're equal, the locus of that point is a line, and that line is called radical axis. When you say power, as long as the point is outside, the power is equivalent to square of length of tangent. So when you say from this point, powers are equal with respect to both circles, means even lengths of tangents are also equal. Okay. So that means basically root S11 equal to root S dash 11, or S11 equal to S dash 11. When you bring one side, you'll get S11 minus S dash 11 equal to 0. Locus means S minus S dash equal to 0. So always the radical axis will be just subtracted two circles. Of course, x square, y square coefficient should be same. Apart from just subtracting, we'll get a line. Whenever two circles are there, if I have a point, I want a circle with this as the center and intersect these two orthogonally. Then I have to take length of tangent as radius and draw a circle that will intersect this and this orthogonal. In fact, you take only one circle and take one point. If you want a circle with this as a center and you want to intersect this orthogonally, simply take that lengths of tangents as radius and draw a circle. Then automatically the two circles will intersect each other orthogonally. Based on that, if a circle is intersecting two circles orthogonally, the center of that, from that length of tangent to this circle is also radius, length of tangent to this circle is also radius, and radius can't be different. So that means from this point, length of tangent to both circles should be equal. If lengths of tangents are equal, power is equal, so locus of the point will be radical axis. So whenever two circles are there and radical axis is there, you take any point on that radical axis, lengths of tangents are equal, take that as the radius, that circle will always intersect these two orthogonally. Vice versa. If a circle is intersecting these two orthogonally, its center should lie on radical axis. So now if there is a question, three circles are there. Okay. I want a circle to intersect all these three orthogonally. If a circle intersects these two orthogonally, its center should lie on radical axis of these two. If a circle should intersect these two orthogonally, its center should lie on radical axis of these two. From this, because it's on this radical axis, length of tangent to these two circles are equal. Because on this radical axis, lengths of these two tangents are equal. If this and this are equal, this and this are equal, even these two are also equal. From this point, lengths of tangents to these two are equal, so it will lie on the radical axis of these two also. Okay. This is also length of tangent, this is also length of. So the three radical axes, that is, you take these two or these two or these two, they are concurrent at a point. From that length of tangent to all three circles are equal. If you take that length of tangent as radius, you'll get a circle that will intersect all these three orthogonally. Is that your doubt? Anything else, Pranay?
Sir, will it be true for the different location of circles, sir? Means one circle in the other and the other circle outside.
Yeah, even then not a problem. Let us say you have one circle like this, one circle like this, one circle like this. Okay, you want a circle to intersect all these three orthogonally. As long as the centers of all three of them are not collinear, no problem at all. Why? The radical x of these two will be outside. The radical x of this and this will be somewhat like this. The radical x of this and this will be somewhat like this. And from that, definitely length of tangent to all of them are equal. And you definitely get a circle intersect all of them orthogonal. Possible. Okay, as long as the centers are not collinear of the three circles, definitely there will be radical center. If the centers are collinear, then what happens is the radical axis will become parallel. There is no point of concurrence. Is it okay? Anything else, Pranay?
Sir,
That's all. Pranay, you have said something I could not hear.
that means in the middle I went out of the.
Okay. Any doubt is there? Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to ask anything else regarding circles? Okay, so we spent quite a bit of time. Circles theory is discussed, and half of the advanced material is discussed, other of it right, and even we done answer questions. Okay, we'll continue parabola then.